Hello. I hope you're surviving the apocalypse out there and here or wherever and how we are. My name's Jasmine, your millennial fairy, to help you maneuver these crazy times we're in. There's a big reveal happening, this apocalyptic internal expression that's going to change the world, the social relationships that we have, and it's time we talk about the deeper things, the things that are so hidden and so shoved down. The only way forward is to release this, is to accept and speak the truth. So those that are ready to talk about the dark things, the real things happening in their lives, because you want to see change, you want to face the thing and work through it and release it so you can move forward. Because a lot of us are walking around with this curse, this spell over our name, this poison within our DNA. So many of us are struggling right now and are maybe finally realizing that, maybe this is hell. Maybe hell is a state of mind, sure, but is it a collective experience? Because pretty much anything that most people believe in is considered real, because if you don't believe what most people believe in, you're considered to be hallucinating. So if many of us are experiencing hell, it might be fair to say it's a real place, or at least a real mental state, a place that you can exist in. And many of us feel if we can dream, hope, and inspire, bring in a better future, better place, a better mental space to be in, we're gonna bust our ass to do that. So this came in reverse as your first card, Justice. What has happened to you that has completely set in motion a series of events that constantly kept you back? The upbringing, the system, something about your family. We've got marrying for money. We've got creativity, someone stealing your creativity and marrying for money. So this is a very codependent energy, something that relies on the other for some sort of benefit. I'm stealing your creativity, I'm marrying you for money. And then we've got the bad reputation. So something that is known, that is seen. I've got also the Sun card here. Oh, just messed up my card. Something is shown now. It's very obvious that something that you're aware of, that you're facing, that you're dealing with, that you've been struggling with, has been an attack on you. It's literally been an attack. You're recognizing there's a spirit world and there's things that are attacking you, and you were under spells and curses and things that had you acting crazy, or different, or in some way that you accumulated some sort of bad reputation or not so positive results in some way. You experienced some sort of trauma, some sort of being used. And you're developing yourself into this sorcerer, somebody who you might see life a little dark. You might see things a little bit it's like a really dark thing. I just saw your darkest hour comes before your dawn. You may have seen so much darkness that just the fact that you're still a good person, or choosing love and light, or accessing something positive. It's almost like proof that you're walking in a holy path. You're walking in a path that shows life can't turn you bad. You're recognizing that you have some demons that you're fighting. And these demons, these apparitions, spirits, massive energy. Like, now we have the Hermit. You've really been reflecting on this, going within, doing research, understanding yourself, knowing what your light does to others, really thinking about when it's bright, when it's dim. Like, you're really assessing and going through even why you were targeted. What was the point of targeting you? What power do you have inside? What is it that the enemy wanted to steal? Why well, this marrying for money card is like, why did they want to use me for what I have? Obviously, I have something. So there's something that you have that you've been sitting with and recognizing has been trying to be scared out of you since you were very little. Like, literally, I'm thinking to a personal experience of mine where my mom's like 100% certain, someone who never talks about spirituality or spirits or God or anything, and she's like convinced she had one spiritual experience, and it was when she was pregnant with me. Something got on top of her and like walked down the hallway and all these other things, and just within a couple weeks, she was like 8 months pregnant, I ended up having the cord wrapped around my neck and I was purple, and she had an emergency C-section. It's like something didn't want me to be born, or, you know, it's kind of like that experience here that I see an attack. Something wants to, your creativity, your expression to be theirs. And you've identified this because now, you see who you are. You're healing. Your shadow is now finding ways to accept and adapt to change, because all that's happening is change. So here you are, you're like, am I supposed to look at all my past failures, everything in the rearview mirror as my forever sentence? Or am I going to take what's been done to me and evolve and grow from it and mature and love myself unconditionally, love my circumstances and opportunities and blessings that I do have in my life? You're really harnessing love. And when you harness love, you're able to attack fear, because fear wants to dominate and win, because the answer is love. But when you don't believe that, you let fear take over. And I see you coming out of some sort of pattern and belief system. You were taught something. This could be a religion or a family dynamic, anything that was literally epigenetics and nurture, something that nurtured you. It's not a part of your nature, but you were nurtured into believing something that you're now not in agreement with. There's something you're not feeling it because it doesn't align with your heart. Reputation. These are really powerful cards. I mean, it's a really big opportunity for you to turn around the karma in your life and set the wheel and the dial in the direction that is orientated in love and your heart And now the Magician coming out like that, it is in reverse. That's your pattern though. It's like your pattern you've used your power in your shadow, which has, okay. So I'm seeing paranoia. I'm seeing, yeah, look. Threats. We have threats, screenshots, the sorcerer. Like I'm seeing this paranoid version of you, or this version of you that it's like someone that would jump to conclusions, someone that takes things very literal, like very sensitive, can't take a joke, vengeful, spiteful. There's built up rage here. There's built up anger because of a lot of energy that has been suppressed. And that's why you're healing so much right now. That's why the lesson in the shadow here has been to follow your heart and not these patterns that you've developed, because you are a powerful being. You can manifest stuff, you can materialize and bring things into matter from your imagination. But the problem is your imagination isn't manifesting things of the heart. It's manifesting things of the mind. It's manifesting the codes and the patterns that you believe in currently. Which is why you're looking for something. You're looking for something You're looking for evidence, and you're wanting to just start over in something. You think that the evidence will help you start over. Yeah, because you don't feel safe. You feel like there's an attacker. Okay. Interesting. You don't know who to trust. You keep going towards people that turn their back on you, don't have things to offer you to help you. What you need is not because your mind is reversed. Your mind is thinking and creating these plans that don't line up with your heart, and that's why the manifestation is attracting the people that don't have your heart in their mind, because their mind is occupied with whatever. They're not emotionally, no. They may actually be emotionally available, but they don't have the mental bandwidth or the capacity to expand their mind enough to help themselves, let alone help you. Like, they're dealing with mental stuff. Somebody's in your circle has mental health things that they are dealing with, and as much as they want to help, they cannot help themselves, so they're not in a position to help you. And now you don't have to do nothing. I hate saying that, because like, who knows what you have to do. But now planting the seed is like, oh, the epiphany here, the answer, the solution is checking the soil before I plant the seed. Really, really looking at the soil. What is in the ground before I put the seed in it, so I can understand what it's going to grow. You are trying to find an area to plant a seed. So you either have you could have started a new job, anything that's just encompassing a new physical experience in your life, a hobby, a class, a friend, could be a friendship, but it's more than likely something that's going to get your hands a little dirty, so it's going to require a little work and yeah, this could be a friendship. But it really feels like it's about you. Undoing by letting go, undoing these accusations, harmful traumas of the past. You're really living in this, when you're in this energy, you're really living in this fight or flight state of, yeah, because the Tower, that came in reverse, but I really feel like it should be upright. And I feel like it's saying that when you're ready to plant your seed in the soil, that, and see that lightning also, because look, right under the sorcerer here was the lightning. And you see this lightning around the sorcerer, like, this has been a long time coming. You're activating parts of yourself by going through the pain. I see actually so there's some correlation to tattoos, like the pain of getting tattoos or electrocuted, something like laser. You could be doing something with currents, something about like pain being sent through your body in some way as therapy, healing, some sort of massage or something. That's helping with your processing of what's been done is done, leaving it in the lower worlds, leaving it down there. Because in the lower worlds, we have to believe in, I am depressed, I am lonely, I am bad, I am not good enough, I'm ugly, I am whatever. Things that attract other low vibrational beings, where we all just exist in hell together. And we just reside in a lower level of hell, not reaching to actually be in love and be in our hearts, being able to hand our heart to one another because we trust each other, because we've opened up and become vulnerable and accepted this dark part of ourselves. There's this awakening in your spirit. It's a very pleasant experience. It feels like the thing you're about to do is nothing like the before choices. Because before, you believed in the curse, you believed in the illusion and the lies and the labels that society put in place. But when you started reversing that in your mind and going within and healing, your heart was able to see where you were failing yourself. And by loving on yourself and nurturing yourself and coming back to your center and identifying the people in your life that aren't allowing your new beginning to come through, you've just set it on fire. You've accepted nothing less. You're not going to allow the thoughts or the beliefs, nothing. If anything is possible, you're allowed to leave anything in the past you want, because you can create any future that you want. This is a big deal. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. which is a card of balance. Let's see if this last card is or is not. Last tarot card. Stubbornness. You don't quite want to know. You might not fully be ready to accept. Interesting, I said one more card because it's 2 more cards. And 7 came out. Interesting. Timeline jumping, timeline shifting is so heavy right now. I don't know if the veil's thin or if we're just jumping into something. I mean, this is a real big, different shift than before. I felt like that was relevant. So you got the 10 of Pentacles with the 7 of Pentacles, the Chariot. Interesting. Overall, there's a great migration happening. If you are a human being, there's movement happening. We are being asked to move in a direction that is uncomfortable and not in alignment with all of the previous conceptions that we thought. There's a big realization here of something else is going on. No matter what you're holding on to back here, the time you're wasting holding on to that thing, if you were to jump into this new timeline and be able to think about that, you're just gonna be like, why didn't I just let go sooner? What was the point of holding on? Lightning, quit playing. It does say, control your anger, sorry. What we're talking about, lightning. There's a lot of lightning in this reading, and that's because I literally see the electricity all through the DNA being coded. It's like you go to sleep, and if you clear out your system enough, when you sleep, you're plugged into some sort of cloud that's activating in your DNA just delicately enough to enhance your day-to-day life in a way that's almost unnoticeable. It's this silent, gentle nudge of inspiration that's constantly being implanted every single night when you recharge and open up your vessel to it. You're able to release the impurities, the stifling energy that's on attack, and somehow created this projection because this image that you're carrying that people are concerned with or whatever, that's created this bad reputation or whatever, they see something about you. You're able to raise your DNA's frequency high enough that, I don't even know, octave, the octave higher or whatever. You cannot count what I'm saying literally on that. But I see your DNA sort of in this place of easy to access, shallow from humans, and then you're raising it to an octave that makes yourself a little bit more private and protected energetically from these energies of the past that were trying to take you out and pull you down into hell. Why? Look at the heart, the heart, you know what I'm saying? Your heart is on fire, okay? This is something you've really wanted, and you This is your dream come true. And it's so unbelievable right now because the change is so, it almost seems too easy. Once you figure that out, once you deprogram and remove the lies enough out of the way that you have this clear path to the truth that the answer is love, that has been love all along. That you protect your heart at all costs and your happiness and your joy. I want one on that one, actually. Thank you. So, this is beautiful. I was wanting to know why, because I had my own assumptions and I connected the dots, why marrying for money was here. So the micro and macro of this has two storylines. Because you have this well and this mountain road, which is giving me this like wall of China vibes. And then we've got this beautiful, I assume some sort of Muslim woman being married off in this imagery here for money. So she must be some sort of princess or something like that. And I'm seeing you identifying why you ended up in a position where you maybe believed something because it was tradition. It was, well, my father just marries me off. That's what our culture does, and that's what I do. And you've been in this marriage, and this could be vice versa. You could have met the love of your life. This is Aladdin, okay? Because we're about to a whole new world it. So she's being married off to Jafar by Sultan, by her daddy, and then Aladdin comes along and she's like, hold on, I love this street rat. I love this, dude on a magical carpet. And her father's like, hell no, I'm about to marry you for this kingdom across the way, and you better take your little 13-year-old butt over there or I'm gonna disown you. So she takes her butt over there. She marries the guy, and then she's like, well, this doesn't feel right. This isn't my true love. This doesn't feel like love. So that's why this is coming off as like going against the traditional values and maybe building a wall between that and your psyche for whatever that may mean to you, whatever your family made you believe. That's so many things. This is one relatable story to many options that could be personal to you. So I see you really figuring that out. You're like, okay, I can be with the love of my life. I just have to like run away from this king that would kill me if I told him I didn't want to be married to him anymore. Because we're coming to a place of balance in society where people, yes, it's still effed up. It's still atrocities happening on the daily that we need to continuously fight and work diligently to make the world a better place. But one freaking good story, one positive story of someone being able to tip the scales back to balance and justice, her being able to leave her married off to husband for the love of her life, or it could be so many things. It could be so many things. You leaving a job to do something you love, you whatever. You're trying to get rid of that thing that you believe, and that's beautiful because it's helping the world become more balanced. The more of us that can wake up and push the button that changes the station or the channel, the better off we become. Collectively we become better. something about a woman, possibilities, opportunities, and paths opening up. The woman could have blonde, gray, or white hair. I don't like really specific details like that because then it's like, so what's that matter? But let's see if there's a third one that wants to help me understand that. You should, okay. So there's a woman figure in your life that is helping you to a new opportunity. And there's some criticism involved with this character that by listening to the listening to the criticism could help you and aid you on your journey, because now you got the horse with this chariot at the bottom with the devil hiding behind it, of course. You see the horses taking off. You're trying to get in this direction. There's something about a woman in your life that can help you in this direction, get moving in this direction, away from the devil. That's what it is. So you see the devil's stifling. It's telling us to be in fear. So remember in the beginning, we're trying to remove fear and bring love into the situation. Well, look how quickly and swiftly this character is running away from the devil, turning away from the devil, no longer allowing the devil to control the situation, but by being free, because this also represents freedom. Beautiful. What do we need? This feels real. Okay, that one said, let me out. Target. Teardrops. So you have some grief for not being on target to something in the past. So there's some sorrow, there's some sadness, and moving into the future, it's not quite perfect, because when you want it to be on target, it's like you want to get that perfect centerpiece. It's almost like an overly competitive moment when we're like, no, I gotta get the centerpiece, I gotta get the target, I can't hit outside, that's not good enough, I gotta bowl perfect, whatever it is, 300. This in some way, shape, or form is like, we've spent enough time in trying to perfect and cry and mourn and get obsessive over how it should be. Because love is so, that's the thing, is love is taking over here. And when love takes over, things get mushy and romantic, and it doesn't always go as planned. When you follow your heart, there's lots of lack of planning. There's little planning. There's way more feeling and acting on that feeling than thinking about it. And this has probably been why you've been having to come back to your heart, because at some point you turned all this off. You said, no, I'm not sharing my heart with you or anyone. And that's what it is. It's love. You're in love. And it's a little scary to admit to yourself. And when you're ready, which you're close, you're going to plant that seed and have this explosive epiphany. And you're going to grow something absolutely beautiful and perfect. You're going to nurture and care for and tend to this joyful experience that makes you so happy because you're open to it. You're ready to turn off the fantasy and activate the practical experience, the real life experience of what love looks like. Look, it is what it is. That's what I have. Thank you so much for watching.